see ya. Ooh. That's right. I hope everyone is doing the dance. However, you are capable of doing it. For my disabled folk and friends out there, I'll take a shoulder roll. That's dancing. Little head nod. That's dancing. Even if you cannot move your body, but you feel that rhythm. That's dancing. That's it. Okay? Whew. I'm hot. I should turn the fan on. Well, thank goodness it's not as humid as it has been. The last few days in NYC have been crazily hot. Finally, yesterday the humidity broke and it was quite pleasant, although not sunny. I'll take the cloudy with a little bit of a breeze. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody! Let's say hello to the fam. What's going on? Let me scroll up to the tippity top. Hello, Elvira Sharon. Hi, everyone. Hi, Victoria, Kai. Hey, Courtney, Allie, Pam. I love. All right, so I wanted to make a couple of announcements. Let me get my thoughts together. I'm so disorganized. Next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am very excited to, whatchamacallit, let me do this first. Okay. So we have a live with Dr. Ben Bickman. Let me put myself, okay, I can see myself in the screen. Next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We won't be talking about makeup. We'll be talking about how to boost your summer mood. Notice I did not say how to get a summer body. That's not what it's about. It's about nutrition and health. And, if you're afraid to attend that live, I would still encourage you to do so because it's more than just going into aesthetics. It's more than what you might see on the regular on the wellness Instagram environment. Is really going into the science of nutrition. And if you have been deceived, if you don't know anything and you're at your wit's end in terms of not feeling your best, not feeling optimal, come and visit us. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited. Dr. Bigman is super intelligent. He wrote the book Why We Get Sick, which I would highly recommend. If you haven't taken a look at this already, it's on Audible. If you like to listen to your books, you got it in the hardcover. If you like to read books. And yeah, man, it's ever since I dived into this sphere of food and stuff like that. And when I hear people say, my sleep is really crappy, my mood is not the same. I have all these ailments, autoimmune disease. I really, I'm so honored to have someone like Dr. Ben Bickman on. So that's going to be again next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. I will also post a reminder in my stories and also on the YouTube community board. And it's going to be, not only will we have it live, but I'll have it on my YouTube as well if you cannot make it, so you can look at it. And also, if you have any questions, I have my questions and I will open the floor during the live if any questions come up during the interview. And as a heads up, he is the maker of Health Code, the nutritional replacement meal shake that I have shown on my Instagram. This is not selling that. I just want to make that clear. It will be mentioned as a way or something that I use as a tool to help me improve my health. it's not going to be about that, because whether or not you get the shake or not, the information will be the same. So I just want you to know that and not think you're coming into like an infomercial. I just wanted to give you a heads up. It's more so about talking, again, the science of nutrition and a lot of the misinformation out there. You know, the food pyramid. What is that? Anyway, so, but we are going to go into what I think we are so excited for. Yesterday was I keep, hold on. I want to say it's not, it's Dame Pat McGrath. Birthday was yesterday. And unfortunately, I mean, in an ideal situation, I would have done the live yesterday, but I was shooting for Stretch It app and I did not get home until 7:30. The light was low. And it wouldn't have been ideal. So I thought, you know what? Let's wait a day, because who celebrates their birthday for one day anyway? It is Pat McGrath month, okay? Along with Pride. I'm sure they can, you know, collaborate and sharing June. So we will at least have the week for Pat. And I couldn't help, of course, but just do a live all about Pat. You know, how else shall we celebrate our Pat McGrath? And I thought it would be appropriate to, I know Wikipedia is not like, I mean, I think it's pretty good for biographical facts. So I thought, why don't we go there? Just, you know, if you have not been here before, if you don't know who Pat McGrath is, well, let's see here. Dame Patricia Ann McGrath. June 11th, yesterday was birthday, British makeup artist. She has been called the most influential makeup artist in the world by Vogue, by Anna Wintour herself. In 2019, she was included in Time's 100 most influential people's list. She is the first makeup artist to become a British dame. That is quite the accomplishment. They go into, of course, her early career, but what I love is where it says artistry. According to Vogue, and this is from 2007, McGrath is known for her unique, adventurous, and innovative makeup techniques, which include using her hands as opposed to brushes. She has a talent for using bold hues and material experimentation ranging from feathers to ornaments. McGrath is limitless, a mindset that enables her balanced creativity and diverse range of looks. Her art lies within the reinvention of makeup and experimentation. Her innovative and intuitive outlook to life help create the vibrant and legendary looks we see throughout numerous catwalks and fashion shows. The reason why I wanted to present this information is because I think when they hear Pat McGrath, or they hear about, you know, who this is, and they just see the price of her makeup and they go bonkers about it, I think it's super important to know, to have context, right? Because the reason Pat McGrath creates what she creates is that when you're backstage and all of a sudden, when all the models are ready to go, the outfits were on, the makeup was going, and you're like, you know what? They need this color on the eye, they need this color on the lip. So that experience fueled, of course, her inspiration to create what she has on the shelves today. And these sparkly art cliches, the different textures that exist in her Mothership palettes, they are formulated for you to use a finger for that quick tap and dab. Because or realistically, you would only have a few seconds to make these adjustments backstage before the models had to go onto the catwalk. So Pat is recreating this catwalk experience for the consumer, and I think she wanted us to also fuel our own creativity with these different textures. And the fact that the packaging is a lot more luxe than a lot of indie brands, the fact that it is made in Italy and not in the US, there are so many different variables that contribute to the price. And I get if you're still not convinced and you rather stick to what you know and what you think is more reasonably priced. I understand. But I also want to mention that because sometimes it's not just like it's expensive for some random reason. I really think Pat is, she wanted to implement her experience into her products what she has been through and the fact that she just loves to play. I don't know if you ever had the pleasure of attending her master classes, which of course her artist led. She didn't actually teach the master class. She was there. I don't think a master class taught by Pat McGrath would ever cost $40. That's just not that's just not realistic. So I get that, but when she was there, she just had so much fun and she encouraged her artists to just go to the edge and beyond. And whatever they did, she loved. So I think you saw or you had a glimpse of Pat just loves makeup. She loves makeup and she loves the majorness of it. She loves the luxe. And I think she also infused that into her love of makeup. And that's why, a $125 palette is a part of her portfolio. She also had the cardboard palettes that I'm sure Pat understood that the Mothership not only look but price tag was not going to be for everyone's budget, but she could still deliver a lot of the formulas that she herself loves and uses, as well as her artists. So that was a little quick intro. Yeah, and I remember I had said something about Chanel. And it was in my holiday quad video that I totally went a little ballistic saying how it's not about that, but Chanel quads are like $68 and you get a lot less product. This was in 2017 when Pat did her holiday quads and they were, I think, $68 and there were four shadows, but they were all her special shades and people were making observations, I'll just put it that way, about the price. And of course, those in the luxe space knew that was actually quite reasonable compared to other luxury brands that sell much lesser product for the same price. I agree. It is about the couture, Courtney. I'm very much inspired by the catwalk and not so much how to be famous on Instagram. Hey, Audra. Oh, that sounds good. Well, I'm having ribs later. Mom's making ribs. They're in the oven, cooking. Arr. Ideally, not that we can't have a smoker in the apartment. That would be amazing. Not in the apartment, Alicia. You crazy? Anywhere near the vicinity of our living space, that would not be the greatest idea. However, I'm right behind you, friend. That sounds like a good dinner. And a bonnet? Ooh, you are relaxed and laid. That's a mood I want to be a part of. Oh my goodness me. Hey, Pauline. All right, let's get into it. I've already chatted enough. Many of you thank you so much for commenting on my Instagram post about which palette should we dive into for Dame Pat's birthday. And you know me, I wanted to do all of them, and that's not feasible. Hey, glasses marks. I thought maybe we could do like a couple, like maybe a palette and I briefly speak about it, our favorite things about it, and then dive into a live demo for our favorites. How does that sound? All right. Yes, let's go. I already have my face on. We'll post all those products in the DB after this live. I failed to include those details before I went on. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I actually have the Glowish on, which I have been enjoying the heck out of. Oh, that's not it. Hello? I have the Glowish on. This is in shade Tan Light. Alicia is tan a little bit, not medium anymore. Yay! I left the medium briefly. Who knows? I found that Glowish works beautifully well with Pat's loose powder. It powders down, but it doesn't suck the life out of the skin. Retains a little bit of that dewy without the I don't want to say greasiness. The Glowish doesn't leave you greasy. It leaves you glowish, as the product implies, and which I think is formulated to do. However, if you want a little bit of setting, the Pat McGrath loose powder, amazing. I also, of course, applied Pat's concealer, and I have the Makeup by Mario products on that I have failed to do a review on. My schedule has just been nuts. I so apologize, fam, that I've only been uploading twice a week, or not even once a week, and maybe twice a week. It's been wild. So for today, I have on the medium dark bronzer. I really like the texture of this. Hello, are you there? We go. There's the focus. And the contour stick in medium dark. So we got that. I also have the cream blush in earth pink, which I really, really like. So we got earth pink on. This is it. This is the color. You know how I feel about my pinky browns. Okay? And I also got raspberry, but I did not put that on today. But look, I have the Bioderma on standby. We could try that on. We could wipe this off, put this on, and maybe combine it with Pat's Lovestruck or Cherish. Too much to think about. It's too much. I have the Divine Rose highlighter with Golden Nectar, the combination of life. I also have Makeup by Mario's highlighter, which I think I left at Bay's house. Could not find it here. It's in golden. Is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Between that, the Divine Glow, and the highlighter from the Divine Rose highlighter, my highlighter game is like unbelievable. So I'm really liking, well, first of all, I've been really good about not overly picking. I do sometimes get in there, but I've become better. And I'm really happy with how my skin has been appearing, looking, and all that. And now I figured it's appropriate time now to get into this makeup. Alicia? All right, I got my brushes. We're going to put on this primer. Okay. Briefly going over the eyeshadow palettes first. Ooh la la, that sounds like a good idea. Pace it. Pace the purchases. Because the only limited product, I think, from the Divine Blush collection is the Luxe Quad. The Divine Highlighter, Divine Glow Highlighter is permanent, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, let me know down below, fam. If that is not correct. We're going in with Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum Collab Brush in 08. I've been really digging these brushes, fam, and they're synthetic. I love me a synthetic brush with some cream products. I applied Mario's blush stick with Katie Jane's 03. This was a great blush to whip on that blush stick. Like, perfect. Perfect. Hold on. That's better. Ooh, we're close now. Hey. Hey, fam. Hey, Yaya. I think I don't quite know what happened in terms of her stepping down and who is responsible for the formulations and all that stuff because, oh, just lowering this camera here. I'm so happy that whoever made the decision to reformulate, well, I think the only product from what I remember that was reformulated was the liquid foundation to be without fragrance. And the fact that the Glowish doesn't have fragrance, I'm not too sure about her skincare. I think it was hit or miss with skincare for some people. I did not try any of the products, but the complexion products, I really do hope they reformulate her concealer to not be fragrant. Is Kels? Where's my Kelsey? Hey! Where the party at? Hey, where the party at? Kelsey and I have to plan our summer vacation. Maybe I'll call you later so we can do that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Ready. The first Mothership we got. You should freaking see the mess that I have, but what else is new? Mothership 1 Subliminal, one of my all-time favorites. This has Blitz Blue, which is, I believe, the standout shade of the palette. We have the actual shades. You see it's cooler in tone. Very much for the person, I think, me or lighter, because you could take advantage of this taupe shade, which people just gravitated towards and was like, "Ooh, that's my safe shade. It's my safe shade." And then, of course, you have Blitz Blue and the astral shades here. One of my all-time favorites. Next up, we have Sublime. If it wasn't because of the green, I think this is an everyday palette. Because if you take out the green, you have Copper Tone, you have Rose Dusk, you have this shade here that you could apply all over. You have the really dark matte here. This is like, poof, it really does kind of sneak up on you. You know what I mean? But, oh, the Blitz Emerald, the depth of that green. And I'll never forget, I forgot, it was one of Pat's, on Pat's Instagram where the artist did this just phenomenal look with Blitz Emerald. To die for. To die for. And today, I think one of her most recent posts, a look with the blushes, I think they put Electric Bloom on the eyes first and then followed with like, it was too much, let me tell you. And we have our baby, always be my baby, and we'll linger on. Time came, feeling strong. No, everyone go and shake me. Ooh, darling, could you always be my baby? Do do do, oh. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. Now, this is one of my newer Subversives because I repurchased it during the Pat McGrath sale, and we have another sale going on. So, yay. I love it. Whatchamacallit? I don't know what's eligible for that current sale, but if you have not yet participated or didn't know about it, well, it's on. I think we should go into Subversive today. At least for one night. What do you say? What do you say? I find this was my favorite because I think it housed not one, but two iconic Pat shades. That being, shame on me, Gigabyte and Night Creature. I had to remember Gigabyte first for some reason. These are just marvelous. As well as this shade here. Blitz Amethyst. So you got a lot going on, and I understand why it might be one of like a least used palette, because for me, I think Subversive shines if you approach it as like a standout lid palette. For instance, what do you mean by that, Alicia? Subliminal with the Blitz Emerald and all the other shades. You can combine all the other shades because they're in the same family of tone and color. You know what I mean? But with this, when you combine these shades, it's gonna be a look. Which is why I think this is a lot more intimidating to use versus Sublime or Subliminal. Okay, I know, Casey, how could I knew you were gonna like call me out. She's gonna be so upset with me. Disappointed in you, Alicia. I know. My memory is shot. Yes, it is. Thank you, Pauline. That's what I figured. That would be the exception, which I understand. They just came out. Maybe on the next sale they'll be on sale. Is indeed. Subversive is my fave as well. Besides my ultra fave, which we'll get into after we go down the line. Okay, so what shall we do? I don't know which one to go in with first. You know what? I'm gonna just do deep shade. The deep shade. So many brushes, but just so much to look through. Yano series brush 08. It's a fluffier brush that I feel is gonna just whip this shade in real quick, you know? Just get it on there. See, we're smoky already. Hey Toya. The look is done. Thank you for coming. I gotta be careful with this side. This side can get a little berserk, you know? Because when I start to take it out from my lash line, things get a little crazy. You got it. Night Creature has a lid shade. Ooh, you know what we should do? We should maybe, hold on. Hold on to your love. Okay, hold on. How about, is it in here? I was thinking going in with black coffee first, or shade. Let's do shade. I'm using my laptop as my mirror, cause you know what? It's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. Katie Jane Hughes, 11. Let me put this somewhere that I will not lose it. The reason why I'm going in with shade first, so that we could really bump up the intensity of Night Creature. And it's going to have a little more stick. Oh, yes, Kai. The brown from Voyeuristic Vixen will be fabulous. Fabulous with this. Are we ready? Here we go. So pretty. That's it. Whoop, there it is. Oh, my apologies for the traffic noise. Oh, gorgeous. Gonna just fluff this out a little bit more. Every time I see a makeup artist use Pat's liners, like, the swab of it all is just too much to take. It is too much to take. Ooh! You know what we gotta go in with next? Well, we could actually do several things. We could go in with our Skin Show Fever. Or we could go in with this shade on the inner corner. Or Gigabyte. Huh? You know what? Let's do Gigabyte. Let's do Gigabyte. Right here. Like, just... Ooh, that's rude. Completely and utterly rude. How dare you? Now, with your pink. That's gonna brighten Night Creature up. If it's up, if it's up. Astral Gold, Orchid, Please. Please. Get out of here. Get out of here. Random question. Has anyone seen The Conjuring 3? Audra, I was actually going to Marco Polo you this. I still love Conjuring 1 more. And 2 as well. Conjuring 1's my favorite. Felt like Conjuring 3 was more of like a murder mystery. Not as paranormally frightening as the first two. I'm sorry, I just had to get that out there. Forgive me. I love Patrick Wilson and Vera. Those two are phenomenal. But I wish James Wan had directed it, not the director who did La Llorona. And I really hope James Wan directs, if they ever do Conjuring 4, that they do the Amityville case. That will be it. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the plot was just too far-fetched for it to be believable. It's like, really? Your daughter's into the occult and she's making all this like, and some of the scares just were not as well crafted as the ones James Wan did. You know what I mean? Yes, Chrissy, I agree. It was more suspenseful than scary, and I was just spoiled by the first two. That really was just, my gosh. I did a deep shade on the bottom. Let's go with. There are a couple of other horror films that I looked on YouTube for. There was like a list of horror films that people should watch and that are under the radar. I don't know if I'll ever watch them. But where is it? Oh my gosh, so many brushes. I'm gonna do Blitz Amethyst. I didn't see Quiet Place 2 yet. That I still have to see. Yeah, Kelsey, I believe, yeah, 3 was like so silly, and it's a shame. You know, like, I hope they do 4, and I do hope. Now, James Wan is very busy because he is slated to direct the new Aquaman, so, whoa. But can you please fit in the next Conjuring in your schedule? For us? Thanks. Thanks, James. Thanks, James. And the second Conjuring, when you look at the old, or you hear the recordings from the family's interview with Janet, and the ghost was talking through her, and when you were interviewing, they're now adults obviously, but you can just see how petrified they were just talking about it. But when they saw Lorraine, like the real Lorraine Warren, they started to cry because they were like, you and Ed brought so much comfort during that time of our lives that we were horrifically terrified. And I was like, so whatever people say about Ed and Lorraine, and I get it, skin show, that the paranormal and the ghost and demon thing is skeptics hard to convince. But when you saw those two women just burst into tears when they saw Lorraine, I'm like, that's enough evidence for me. I know. And James was like, his vision. I'm like, no one liked La Llorona. Ooh, the Black Coat's daughter. I gotta look into that one. Don't mind me. I'm just reading the comments. I didn't see the Nun yet because, of course, I was deterred from people's opinions about it, but I should still see it because it's a part of the timeline. It's part of the timeline. And it's so funny when in Conjuring 3 going into the occult and everything, I'm like, so is this kind of like how we were seeing the people in Sabrina? Because, you know, her being a witch and going into like the demon school or whatever, it's just, I just thought of that. I thought that was clever. I'm mad about Sabrina too, how that ended. Did not like the ending for season 4. Fly, I'm using the Hourglass primer that, you know, I often don't expressly mention because of the Hourglass debacle, but I bought it before they released their horrid powder trio palette that they insanely overly saturated for the photos. But is one of my most, I think is one, I've been told that Linda Hallberg's primer is great too, so perhaps that will be the one to replace this one. Crystal, you're just in time. Ooh. Okay. I gotta stretch my legs. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's better. Sitting cross-legged for me for a long time is like a little too much. Still too much. All right. Hold on. That was 3. Decadence. Decadence was number 4. Here it is. Ooh, the gold version. This definitely is the one and done palette. Any of these shadows you can use to apply on your lid with, to blend through your crease with, pull down through the lower lash line. I mean, the metallics in these are so incredibly smooth and shiny that Decadence is in a league of its own in terms of use, approach, you know, like you can combine these shades, absolutely. It's gonna be a look. You know, like is it Underworld or wait. Hold on. Underworld and Lapis Luxury. Lapis Luxury and Underworld, like you can combine those blues, right? It's gonna be crazy. You could do all gold, or you could combine the gold with Sinful, or you can do Hedonistic and Inferno, or these two here, Blue Blood and Divine Mink. So you can get crazy. You know what I mean? But because they're all metallics and there are no mattes in here, the impact will just be a little more intense. Okay? Number 5. The one that everyone loved, and it's not my favorite. I'm going to show you right now. We'll show you why. Okay? Okay. This is why. Well, first of all, when Bronze Seduction released, everyone's lace panties were bunched and excited because of the browns. They saw that Pat finally included a brown that wasn't as intense as Deep Shade and the other one that exists in Sublime and Subliminal. But even this shade here, I keep mixing it up with the other one, Entrapment. Entrapment still has some depth, which I love, right? You know, because multiple skin tones, especially if you're on the deeper end of the spectrum, you can get a little bit of more intensity from this one. If you are me or lighter, Entrapment, you would have to go in with a lighter hand or just use another shade to blend it out with. Hey Amira, what's up? But these are the two shades that were a little funny. When you blend them out, they're cool. You know what I mean? When you blend them out, they're cool. But I don't know. There's so much. The glitter in here makes it so that you really have to like distribute the particles well in order for the texture to appear even on the skin. Whereas I feel the others, for instance, well, those are the only ones. Like the other metallics that exist in, for instance, Divine Rose, a lot smoother. You know what I think, fam? And I love Pat. Okay? Okay? I think people just lost their minds over Fire Opal. Fire Opal, I think, is the shade that made everyone else forgive those two other metallics. And the reason, and this is so true, the reason why I didn't go into bronze seduction so much is because of the commitment. And like Alicia, you could say that about Subversive. I understand. I do feel though, for some reason, Subversive just inspired a little more creativity from me than bronze seduction. But that's just me. That's just me. Hey, Christy. Well, I did travel with it to Houston one year. I just made sure she was wrapped and snug. So, ideally maybe put all your, I don't know if you're going to have a carry-on or check a bag, but I would put all the other makeup in the check bag and bring your Pat McGrath palette on board. Just in case. Just in case. Yes, I could. Holdy. All right. A non-matte Mothership formula. Yes, I can. Let me briefly go into Subliminal. Hang tight. Guilty Pleasure all over the lid. By itself, the Fire Opal on top. That would be quite beautiful. That would be. Fire Opal makes everything better. All right, let me get organized. Hold on. Pat's, this is not, well, this is, yes, her metallic formula. I think it's more of a satin. This, I feel, is everyday friendly. It's not as sparkly as you see like the previous two we swatched, but it has really nice shine. And is very soft on the skin and has a really beautiful sheen on the lid, which I think makes it very everyday friendly. So I hope that helped. All right. Okay. Oh, well, you know what's next. We're up to number 6. I wonder which one that is. Mothership 6. Midnight sun, give it to me day and night. Don't say that, Alicia. I didn't mean that. I meant seeing the sun and the moon at the same time. Okay? I really wanted to create an R&B moment. I need Kelsey's help. She would have done it. I don't have the sunglasses. That's why. Here it is. There we go. Hello from Germany. There it is. My fave. You know why? Okay. Wicked Envy, for instance. Not the same metallic formula. This I feel. You see you got a little bit of grit there. You really gotta just make sure that texture is blended in so you can get those gold particles to really show through. It's just, oh my goodness me. Blitz Orchid. Stop it right now. I've always wanted to find like a lavender periwinkle like that. That was just, my gosh. And look though, this is a beautiful, Taboo, I believe. I think a lot more user friendly every day than Entrapment. Mm-hmm. They are the same, but I feel Wicked Envy has a little more grit to it, Casey. Do you think? Tan and green with the gold in the inner corner makes you want to walk on the beach to Wayne Wonder in slow. Yes. Okay. You know what? It's so hard. I want to apply all these shades, but that is one of my most favorite go-to combinations: Wicked Envy and Taboo. Look at that. Look at that lovely brown. Ugh. We'll go a little bit of venomous. What is vermilion venom. I agree, Christy. Blitz Violet Orchid is just so insanely special and beautiful. A little bit of vermils. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Now, if you wanted this to appear cooler, you could have just exclusively went in with Taboo and then Wicked Envy, but I gotta do the Wicked Envy. The antiqueness is just so gorgeous. That like old bronzy tone. One of the most beautiful olives that I have in my collection, without a doubt. You know why? Thank you so much, actually, thank you for watching. I don't uh review Chanel because Chanel has so much fragrance in it that it would just drive me up the wall and probably give me like a really bad reaction. So, and also I do recently I looked at the bank account, even with you guys being so supportive in using my affiliate links and everything, I have to slow it down. So, of course, I have to kind of choose, where do I want to go in terms of spending money and reviewing. I'm now getting a lot more PR, so that is very helpful. But yeah, I just would not use Chanel a lot because, again, of the fragrance. I love the shade. But the thing is, what do we go in with next? I kind of want to. Do I want to do that? Hold on. Let me do a little bit of extreme. Is it extreme dusk? I'm just going to tap that on the outer part of the lid. I really like layering vermilion venom on top of Taboo. I think it just gives a beautiful gradient, which I feel very much aligns with what a midnight sun sky looks like. That's why I fight for midnight sun. It's just such a beautifully the vision just Jubilee it is. Well, funny you ask that, Iris. I have Supreme Bronze behind me. It arrived today. So yes, I would love to review it. I don't know when. But I'll make it happen. Jubes. Mmm. I like that we have Jubes on at the same time we have Gigabyte on. Gigabyte definitely has a little more punch, but it looks more to be like an antique gold, whereas Jubilee, well, I think they're both like an antique gold, but Gigabyte definitely has a little more punch. However, what I definitely love is to take Astral Solstice, which people were like, ugh, but ooh, if you just, first of all, you just tap it once. The scatter. The scatter, friends. It's the scatter for me. Is this on? There we go. Look at that. Well, look at that. What's going on this side? Oh my gosh. Oomch, 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 oomch. But Astral Solstice, oh my gosh, like, come on. Come on. If you use that shade lightly and you don't have any eye problems, the effect. What shall we go in with next? Well, I just want to go in with Blitz. I'm just going to go in with it on the entire lower lash line. No holding back. That works. I like it. I like it like that. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm picking up so many. Ooh, but we can add in something else. I think we should go in with Blood Moon on the inner lower part of the lash line. This is so much fun to do. Oh, yes. Yes. Moon Glow. Just on the juncture here. I think it overlaps beautifully with Jubilee. And then that sparkle from Astral Solstice just... Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, let's do it then. Here we go. Astral Gold Allure with Wicked Envy. Here we come. Get out. Hey, Danny. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to the fam. I appreciate you, friends. Yes. Hold on. Ah, I lost the card. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. Okay. If I could reach high. Remember that Gloria Estefan song? Estefan? Oh, yes. We're getting crazy on this lid, fam. We're getting crazy. But that's okay. That's why we're here. What time is it? Oh my gosh, we're already an hour in? Wait a minute. Hold on. Pauline, thank you so much. You are so generously kind. You're the best. Many kisses to you, friend. Sending you a digital hug as well. You haven't Fly Science? You haven't used this quad? All right, how about half an hour more? Is that okay? Is that okay? At least let's take this off. So we got Subversive, we got Midnight Sun. Okay. Let me put away Midnight Sun. We love you. We love you. I want it. There's so much makeup I want to do. So little time. Hey, Anita. But it is true. I mean, I feel people rarely use the quads. I rarely use the quads. Shame on me. Yes, we're at a birthday party. We're at a birthday party. Press, Alicia, do not pull. Press, don't pull. Press, don't drag. Remember when birthday parties were just the best time of your life? When we were in our, well, let's say, I don't quite remember, but this was around the 10, 12 era of my life where I had these slumber parties. And man, we will deck out my living room with balloons and we will have the snacks out. I will have my birthday party outfit ready. And it was on a Friday. Well, I guess there was a year where my birthday ended up on a Friday, and that's the same day I had my birthday. So it was like when the planets aligned in that way, it was the best. And I distinctly remember, because we usually had gym on Fridays, when school was over and I knew I had to go home to get ready for my birthday party. You know, that excitement, it was hard as an adult, it's hard to find that excitement anymore. Maybe it's because I didn't have as many stresses in my life as I do now, but boy, birthday parties. Birthday slumber parties at that. Those were the absolute best. Where is my concealer? I knew I was going to lose my concealer. I knew it. Is it here? No. No. No, no, no. Ugh. Alicia, where'd you put your concealer? I distinctly remember I put it somewhere special because I knew I was going to use it. Is this it? It's, you know what? It's not LM12, it's LM14, which we'll do for now. It's a little too yellow. Weren't they the best? We'll see you kids later, okay? The alcohol's next door. I also remember when I was back in the Bronx, and it's crazy. I don't know if anyone does this, but if you've ever moved, I'm just gonna use a finger. I was looking for a brush to blend this out with. If you've ever moved, I still have dreams in my old house. And our old house had a porch that was illegal. My grandma illegally built a porch. And we only knew that because when we tried to sell the house, the people were like, you know, you never officiated this. So that was a fun fact. But we had a porch, but we also had a backyard. But my next door neighbors, every summer, they would always have a barbecue. So it was just so integrated because I would have my window open in my bedroom, just look out on my porch and see everyone next door and or in front of the house. So we didn't have a porch in front of the house, but they kind of did. They basically used, cuz they had like a garage. So they just parked the other car outside and used that space for people to sit in. And I just remember I look every year I look forward to attending the summer barbecue. But I miss my backyard. It was so surreal. Because my grandma Alice, she had built, it was like a platform with the, what is this thing called? Basically to block the sun. And then it had a spiral staircase going down. It was so pretty. It was so black ironware. And I would have dreams all the time that take place, whether from my bedroom looking out, not with the same decor. It was totally different decor, but I knew where I was. I was like back at home. Hey, Yachty, what's up? All right. Quad time. All right. We got Iconic Illumination, Nocturnal Nirvana, Ritualistic Rose. And we have the other holiday 6-panners too. We also have... Oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't get these. Ooh. We got these too. You know what? I think we got to go back to 2017. We got to go back to 2017. Let's start with this one first. Okay? Okay. For this, you know what? I'm going to actually Blitz Bordeaux. I'm slapping it on my entire lid. I'm doing this first. All right? Don't worry about how crazy it looks. All right? And then I'll take my reference number 1 or a brush that's undyed or has a little bit of stiffness to it, just a little bit. It's soft, but I need to move around this Blitz shade. Ooh, I forgot how much this is such a beautiful. Just. Bye, Sharon. Have a great Zoom meeting. I'll see you on the flip. Thank you for coming and stopping by. Orca, what's up? You are here and just in time. Thanks for stopping by, friend. Oh, thank you, Ulala. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for super chat. Oh, you guys, I appreciate you. You know what it is? These Blitz shades, they just have a naturally beautiful diffusing property about them that you don't have to rely on a matte. You could just kind of, you know what I mean? And of course, you could go in with this shade on the bottom or this shade all over. This shade all over. And man, it's too much. Too much to take. I didn't wash that. Wipe. So I currently started Demon Slayer on Netflix. I have quite a way to go. Maybe I'll unwind with a little bit of Demon Slayer after this, after the ribs. This shade here. In a corner. Yachty! Thank you so much. We briefly spoke about the sale. Yes. Who is participating? I'm gonna pop a little bit of this on the inner lower lash line as well as on top of the bronze. See my finger to just tap it out. Look at this color is absolutely gorgeous. I haven't used this in such a long time. Hey Val, thank you. And so Ecamm does not let me show the sticker. Pear character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Thank you so much, Val. I appreciate you, friends. Well, in a way, And I think she can still go deeper into the pastels. I think she kind of went pastel with Fleur Fantasia. This is the most pastel she has gone, which doesn't mean though she could go deeper. Ooh, you got the filet mignon. Yes, Kelsey. Ooh, I haven't tried the filet from Butcher Box yet. I feel like I got to. We got to do the purple. Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. My goodness me. My gosh. Let me wipe my refer number 1. Pick up more of this just. This purple is so rich. Just being careful here. I want to make sure I am careful with this blendedy blend. I just love how I can rely on this shade alone without using a matte to blend out the edges with. Is so unbelievably perfect. Oh no! Even if you warm it up a bit, Molly, does it still feel like that? I'm sorry to hear that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Woo! The thing is, what are we gonna do? The inner corner, we gotta go in with this one. Cause see how it has like a purple shift? It's hard to see on camera, but we're going there. We're going there. VR Emerald. Stop it right now. Oh, the way it just swims into Blitz Purple. My gosh. And why not the aquamarine? Just right here, under the lash line. The gold, inner lower. Gently melting in with VR Emerald. It just got real tropical. And I love it. So we have, holiday, dinner party, outing, what have you. And we just went into the jungle. Superb. Superb. Now, you know what I kind of want to do? If I could find it. The mess fam is crazy. Raspberry. I just want to try something, okay? Look at my fingers. Mirror, mirror, hello. I want to tap this song real high. Oh, that's pretty. Now, granted, I have a bunch of stuff on my face already, but I'm just dying to know how this will look under Lovestruck or Cherish. and get drapey with the blush. You know what I mean? Raspberry's pretty. It looks really bright in the stick, but I think for summer, it'll look gorgeous. For now, even. For now. Here we go. Ooh, Electric Bloom even. Okay, hold on. Electric Bloom. Desert Orchid, which we probably have to put on. Cherish. Nymphette. Flirtatious. Lovestruck. Here we go. Oh, yes. There it is. Ooh. This is really nice. Now, just for kicks, I want to see how Cherish looks on top of Raspberry. Cherish is more like, you know what? I want to go with Electric Bloom. I think Electric Bloom on top of Raspberry will be sickening. I was like, did you do this side? No, you didn't. Oh, yes. I definitely had to pair Nocturnal Nirvana with Electric Bloom. I mean, that was the right thing to do. Without a doubt. And now, I want to go in with Desert Orchid on the cheeks. Just put it all over. Wow, wow. Lips. What do we gotta do? I'm so sad to announce that my dream lover, Come Rescue Me, broke. I think I was irresponsible, had it in my backpack, and it was rattling all over the place, and it broke. So I gotta be really careful. I'm just gonna use a lip pencil. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, yes, Amira. Some greens in Pat's next palette, which I don't know if she has to come out with another Mothership. She has to. And I still want to have our blush bash, fam. We're gonna have our blush bash. I'm just waiting for the Lisa Eldridge to come in. We gotta put more highlighter on. Piff! We gotta put more highlighter on. If I could find it. That's Desert Orchid. Nude Venus. I'm gonna put bigger labels on all of these. Here it is. Golden Nectar. I'm gonna go extra with this one today. Like, I wanted to mention, if anyone was wondering, and my apologies again for not having the Makeup by Mario highlighter right now because I left it at Base House. But the difference that I observed immediately between that one and this one is that this has a little bit of pink pearl in it, whereas the Makeup by Mario golden highlighter is exclusively all golden. Oh, wait a minute. Which one out of the ones I mentioned in this video? I would still have to go with Divine Rose because it's just so beautifully smooth and it really imbues that glow from within look that I feel really hard to achieve with a lot of highlighters because they could be so blingity bling bling, but you can just be so generous with it and it'll look outstanding. Katarina, I think I'm really hoping fall, but I have no idea because we're riding on Divine Blush now. That would be my only thing. Like summertime, she'll probably chill, and then fall, she'll dump it on us. That's crazy. Look at this freaking shine. Oof. Unbelievable. All right, fam. I know we didn't go through all the palettes. We still haven't gone through Divine Rose 1 or 2, and we have so many other quads. I do want to revisit my Mothership series where you know what, maybe wrong way. Maybe I should do how-tos with the quads. Hey, Mike. Let me lower you down a little bit. I think that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to do. I'm going to go back and do tutorials, but using the quads and diving deeper back into that. Oh my goodness. If Pat released bronzers, I don't know what I would do with myself. I don't know. I would really hope that she came out with such, like, I just want them undertones to be unlike anything that we have seen on the market. That's really what I'm hoping for. You know what I mean? Only time will tell. And I think people were suspecting that maybe her blush would have been cream because, as Pat says, she loves to use her fingers to apply makeup, and that would have been a well understood assumption, right, in terms of the medium. But listen, she could still come out with cream blushes, okay? She can still do it. Of course! Welcome to the Major Mother Collective Addicts Club. Can't get enough. All right. I think. How do we do? Did we do all right? I'm happy we still went to Midnight Sun and Subversive and we visited some of her quads. The other quads, I actually really like the quads from last. I wanted to mention a few things before we wrap. I really enjoy Celestial Divinity. I know the packaging is not as luxe as her traditional Mothership offerings. However, the fact that she did put the Star Wars colors back in here, which she did because a number of people could not get their hands on the limited edition palettes. So I was really cool with that, and I like that it's at a lower price point, and that a lot of I think all the shades in there are consistent. Another how dare I show this palette, but I really love this palette too. Rose Decadence. I use these shades as blush, and people were saying how these are drier. This reminds me of Wicked Envy. You see how it has a little bit of that grit, but when you blend it in, the shine is amazing. amazing. Same thing with, let me see here. I want to get the name right. Fuchsia Flame. Fuchsia Flame, you definitely have to get in there. But when you blend it out and use your skin to just melt the pigments into the skin, it's completely and utterly gorgeous. And I like the little twinklies in there. But anyway, I thought this was really great. People weren't crazy about it, but I thought it was a whatchamacallit, a brilliant six panner that you could use on eyes and face. Monica! Hi! Monica definitely inspired this celebration. Y'all got to check out her post. And listen, I'm following your lead, Monica. Forgo the mascara and just put on the eyeshadow. Who needs it? Who needs mascara? I'm just rolling through, reading these comments. Also, wanted to briefly mention these guys. These were from last holiday. This was her newer formula, this cream matte formula. This shade was insane. Like, the shine on this is crazy. That, I just realized that if you, oh my gosh, lavendering on top of Blitz Violet Orchid, I'm about to faint. Can you even? Can you even? I cannot. This pink right here, this is like one of the cream mattes. I think is real pretty. Real pretty. So, whatchamacallit, Risque. Risque Rose. Risque Rose, I enjoyed. I also really loved Interstellar Icon. Interstellar Icon. Really well done. Now, this is a repeat. Blue Blood. Hold on. Blue Blood exists in Decadence. I'm happy it's in here. Could she have one with another shade? Sure. Maybe she did a poll and was like, if you could pick one Decadent shade that has to be in our holiday release, which one should it be? Hey, Alania. But I do love this one. Divine Dahlia. Look at what's going on in here. It's so like, I feel there's teal sparkles in here. In this beautifully like rich taupe metallic base. With, of course, Hypnotic, the blue. Fleur Fantasia. Where'd she go? Here it is. It was a lighter out of the three, but I'm really happy she went pastel-y because I think it's so much fun because you can apply some of these shades like on your cheeks. For instance, this one here, like lower. Look at that. If I wanted to apply this shade for like on this, hold on, this side, it comes out of left field, but, and you can see it from the front, how it looks blue, but I think it just looks so pretty on top of everything else. And if I drape it over my brow here, ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Lotus Paradise. That's gorgeous too. Ooh, I gotta get back into these quads. The inspiration is flowing through my veins like whoa. And the one that came after, this was during her another Divine Rose release, Eternal Eden, I think is gorgeous as well. More cooler in feel. Showcased her cream to matte formula. So beautifully smooth. I think that color is just so unique because it's warm but like cool at the same time. And then of course this Forbidden Fruit. Get the heck out of here. These two look gorgeous. Divine Dahlia and Forbidden Fruit will look sickening together. Mm. And of course, her latest drop, Voyeuristic Vixen. Which where did it go? Oh. It's laughing at me. It's like, I'm right here. Excuse me. This... Stop it. Stop it right now. Look what this did to Blitz Bordeaux. Look what happened when we apply Rosefire Nectar over Blitz Bordeaux. You get a little bit of pink and you get... This is insane. You get a little pink and you get a little gold. Are you kidding me right now? What is happening? What a great combination. Unbelievable. You know actually what I want to do before we wrap completely. Oh yeah, we went there. We went there all right. Rosefire Nectar on the cheekbones. Please. Please. You got Rosefire Nectar all over me. I don't care. I don't care. I'll just be extra sparkly. My leggings will be extra sparkly. All right? We got the blue going on this side with a whole bunch of other stuff. We got more of like the warm golden tones. We did good. Good birthday party. Good birthday party. You know what I really appreciate about the Makeup by Mario products, which I will hopefully I will like to at some point speak more about at length on a video. I have 6 products on. Because before I came on here, I had his contour stick, his bronzer, his cream blush, and then I put on Nude Venus on top of Earth Pink before I started the live. And then on the live, we went in with Raspberry, Electric Bloom, and Lovestruck, and put on more highlighting. And listen, I know I have great brushes too, but the formula also has to play some type of a role. And man, these products together look seamless. Look, what is happening? What is happening? You know what? Let's blow Let's blow out the candles and make a wish. Together, breathe in. Blow them out. Ooh, boy. You know what we gotta do, fam. You know what we gotta do. When it's time to go, it's time to dance it out. Thank you all so much for joining me today. It has been an absolute pleasure celebrating Pat McGrath's birthday with you and just indulging in our love for Mother. Get out! Happy belated birthday. I'm so happy you were able to come to life, even if it's out of fairy tale, and it's okay. Don't you worry. Woo! Everyone, wherever you are tuning from, I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Sending you virtual hugs and kisses. Thank you always for your love and kindness, not to me, but to each other. I can't wait to see you